piece I entered in Ebb and Flow is called Heated Conversations. And it's really a sort of just a small narrative about a relationship between a man and a woman, or actually between any two people. I sort of created this couple. They are, the original images are by Dietmar Toms, who lives in Germany, and he travels the world and takes beautiful photographs, and he's shared several with me over the years. And one is a Mersey warrior. The man is a Mersey warrior from Ethiopia. The woman is from the Hamer tribe in Ethiopia, so they don't even belong to the same tribe. But I chose the images originally because they were incredibly colorful, and their outfits are very, very colorful. And I was working on an advanced silk screen project where I wanted to have color separation. And so when I was working on that project, one of the techs in the print shop said, "Wow, she looks really mad," and I didn't see that. I just saw her clothing and everything. So I decided, after we had done the color separations, to print them in black and white. And when I printed her in black and white, then I saw it. And I realized that this could be a really interesting conversation in a quilt, of having a woman looking towards him very angry, and people can take that in any way they want. His response is completely no response. So I kind of like that whole thing. And so when I printed them in black and white, I realized that the only way to create the coloration that was in the original images, and to really make the whole thing go back to Africa, or Ethiopia rather, and make it vibrant, was to really dye extremely bright, hot colors. And so I did that with the idea that it would look heated, that it looks like they're in a hot space emotionally and physically. So that was sort of the concept of my piece. My work is always sort of story driven and human story driven. And so when I think of ebb and flow, I think of the ebb and flow of relationships, the ebb and flow of marriages, the ebb and flow of friendships, the ebb and flow of being a parent, or growing up a child and becoming an adult. So a lot of people may immediately think of the ocean or seasons. For me, it's always been the constant change of relationship. And so kind of with this quilt, it's a moment in a relationship. I think it is the lean-in factor. I've talked about this before. I think with this particular quilt, it's going to be the moment when it's not just looking at a series of images or the coloration that hits you first of all. It's looking at the faces. And I think that if you stop and think about what's happening between these two people, and how does that reflect on your life, then I think that makes it interesting and powerful and captures the attention of the viewer.